All right, let's just jump right into a really wild thought experiment. It's something that's totally physically impossible, but by kind of breaking the rules of the universe, we're going to see just how critical light is to, well, everything. So, what if, in one single instant, all light just stopped? So, picture this: it's high noon, everything's completely normal, and then 1 second later, bam! It happens. This isn't a slow fade, it's a switch being flipped. Every single photon in the entire universe just freezes solid, stopped dead in its tracks. But here's the truly creepy part. For a full 8 minutes after reality itself has completely shattered, you would have absolutely no clue. Your day would just keep going. So what's with the delay? Why wouldn't we know right away? And that brings us to our first part, what I'm calling the 8-minute deception. It all comes down to that strange, quiet gap between the catastrophe and the moment we actually feel it. The reason for that gap? It's this number: 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it takes for a beam of light to travel from the sun to us here on Earth. So think about it. The sunlight warming your face right now actually left the sun over 8 minutes ago. So when all light in the universe stops, that very last little packet of sunlight, that final stream of photons that escaped just before the cutoff, well, it's already in the mail, rocketing through space towards us. And for those 8 minutes and 20 seconds, we're living on borrowed time, bathed in the ghost light of a star that's already gone dark. Okay, so let's talk about what happens the second that final photon arrives. Our 8 minutes of blissful ignorance are officially over. And when the darkness hits, it's not like nighttime. It's not a gentle fade. It is instantaneous and absolute. This isn't the kind of darkness you can get used to, where you can still see stars or the moon. No, this is a profound, total blackness that no human has ever or could ever experience. Every single source of light is just gone. And think about the cosmic scale of this. You've got photons that have traveled for billions of years from some distant galaxy. They've crossed the vastness of intergalactic space, only to be frozen solid maybe just a few light years away from us. Their incredible journey is over, forever, right before the finish line. But here's the thing. Losing our vision is honestly the least of our problems. Because when light stops, it's not just about seeing. Reality itself, at the most fundamental level, just begins to fall apart. To get why, you have to remember what a photon really is. Yeah, it's a particle of light, but it's also so much more. It's the particle that carries the electromagnetic force, one of the 4 fundamental forces of nature. Electromagnetism is, and I mean this literally, the glue holding our entire world together. So you see where this is going? If photons can't move, they can't be exchanged between atoms, and if they can't be exchanged, the electromagnetic force just shuts off. The bonds that hold molecules together, the very rules of chemistry that make you, they all become meaningless, instantly. And this is where it gets really personal. Your brain, your entire nervous system, it's basically a little electrochemical computer. It runs on electrical signals to send messages. But without electromagnetism, those signals stop, all of them. In a fraction of a millisecond, your brain just goes dark. Not because you can't see, but because the very physical act of thinking has become impossible. So, just as your consciousness winks out of existence, something way more dramatic is kicking off about 150 million kilometers away. Our sun just got its death sentence. You know, a star is basically in a constant tug of war with itself. You've got gravity, which is always trying to crush it inwards, and then you have the incredible energy from nuclear fusion creating this massive outward pressure that pushes back. And guess what carries that outward pressure? Photons. So if you take them away, that cosmic tug of war is over. With nothing pushing out anymore, gravity wins. And it wins immediately and catastrophically. The sun doesn't just flicker out. It begins to collapse in on itself in a violent, terrifying freefall, with its outer layers plunging inward at thousands of kilometers per hour. And you have to remember, this isn't just happening to our sun. This is happening everywhere, at the exact same moment. Every single star in every galaxy across the entire known universe is collapsing in on itself, all at once. And here's the final, beautiful, cosmic irony of it all. The single greatest astronomical event in the history of the universe is happening all around us, and we are completely, totally blind. Every telescope on Earth is now just a useless hunk of metal. We're trapped in the dark, unable to witness the end of everything. Now, obviously, this whole scenario is impossible, right? So let's pull back to reality for a second and talk about the fundamental reason why light in our universe simply cannot stop. See, the speed of light isn't just some cosmic speed limit. It's way more than that. It is a fundamental property of space-time itself. It's like it's written into the source code of the universe. To stop light, you wouldn't just be breaking a law of physics. You'd have to rewrite reality and create an entirely new kind of universe. And I think that's the big takeaway here. When you imagine taking light away, you realize it's not just some accessory to the universe that lets us see stuff. It's the carrier of fundamental forces. It's the engine of chemistry. It's the very thing that holds stars up. In a very real way, light isn't just something in the universe. It is the universe in action. Makes you wonder, what else is holding it all together that we don't even notice?